My opponent is HasHe with 1972 rating, 750 wins, 567 losses. Hey everybody, PsyStarcraft here with another StarCraft 2 commentary. I am Psy in the top left as the Red Zerg, and we have down here my opponent, a prominent streamer on TeamLiquid.net, HasHe, the Blue Terran. And this is a new map. Well, it's not a new map. It's been in the, Blizzard has had it around for a while, but they just recently added it to the one-on-one ladder. It's called Jungle Basin. And I don't know what to think about it yet. This is the first time I have played on this map, and let me just show you a little bit. It's got a similar like backdoor expansion to Delta Quadrant, only it's not blocked off by rocks, so Zerg can very easily expand back here. However, it is connected by destructible rocks along this side path down here. So you basically got the main bases, and then expansion, and then side rocks going to a third, as well as up here. And then in the middle you just kind of have normal ramps, two ramps, 1, 2, 1, 2, connecting two bases in the middle with Xel'Naga watchtowers. So I'm assuming that Zerg players or most players are expected to take this as their natural, that's obvious. And then maybe this as their third, I don't know, it seems, well yeah, I guess that's pretty roundabout. Yeah, this is their third, I suppose, or if you're daring, you can try this. This would be a great third for Terran players just because planetary fortresses in a forward position like this are just sick. It's like, you can't come around here, or you can't come around here because I'm going to stick all my units up here and blow you up. So maybe it's a Terran favored map, I don't know. I tend to say that with every map just because Zerg playstyle is so linear. It's like it's either a good map or it's not. Anyway, enough rambling about map balance. So as I said, HasHe is a prominent streamer on TeamLiquid.net. He's a pretty solid Terran player. He's up there on the charts. I need to check it after this game, actually. And I did go for a 15 hatchery, so that hatchery is going down. And I like to get greedy. I like to put down the 15 hatchery, and instead of going 14 pool, maybe I'll pump out a couple drones first, you know, try to milk it for what it's worth. Especially on a long travel distance map like this. It's actually pretty far. And I said oops for some reason. I don't know why. Extractor going down as well. Why did I say oops? Oh, I know why I said oops. I was attacking his SCV and then I tried to run away, but my drone died. That was stupid. That was so stupid. Orbital command, factory, reactor. Looks like a hellion opening here. So deadly against Zerg players. And lately on my fast expansion builds, I like to, when I get 300 minerals, I'll get a queen at each hatchery, drop down 2 creep tumors. But what I've been neglecting lately is a third queen. Obviously after your initial creep tumors you're going to want to inject on each hatchery with those queens. But it's always nice to have a third queen. One, to block any ramp of this size against any hellions or any scouting SCVs, that sort of thing. But also to just throw down creep tumors and just spread it all over the map. Creep is so darn good. I'm starting to, I've known that for a while, but like I'm really starting to get good at creep spreading. And this Overlord's preparing himself for a little sacrifice to see what the Terran opponent is doing. But in the most case, you can guess what they're going to do. They're going to get Thors and Marauders and yeah. Toolings coming out. Not going to get over eager this time. The thing about the slower gas builds, like the 15 hatch or 14 hatch, or the 14 to 16 hatch. Whoa, I'm on AOL, or AIM, apparently. Let me close that real fast. La-di-da. There we go. Alright, it's closed out. Thing about the slower gas builds is if you push out with Zerglings too fast, these Hellions will just roasty-toasty them up. Running into my queen, trying to block the rep, not going to happen. That's why you need that third queen, because these Hellions have so much space. Look at this map. Look at how much space these Hellions have. Tons of it. There's just so many places for them to run around and do harassment. And this is so bad for me. I don't have speed. It's still 50 seconds away, 45 seconds away. And these drones are just like not mining. They're gonna have to run away. I don't think he killed. Yeah, he did kill one drone, but oh man, I was just like face palming. If I had 3 hands, I would use 2 to play and 1 to face palm when shit like this happens. It makes me so mad. 2 more Hellions from the reactor, and we have 2 more training. So he is keeping ahead of his supply cap and just continuing to rally Hellions. And of course, you don't have the macro well as Terran. He has 600 minerals. There goes that cancer. That's better. I was about to talk smack, but he just placed a cancer, so I'm not going to say too much. And, you know, he's not doing too much drone damage. I had some vulnerable drones down there. But, yeah, still 21 to 25. That's not terrible. Not ideal, but I had to itch the inside of my mouth. Hold on. Wow, that was weird. Can't say I've had an issue there before. Must be chlamydia. But yeah, he's killing so many Zerglings that you might as well just consider those Zerglings drones. Yeah, I'm just gonna run in there and get them toasted some more. Hey, I'm spreading creep at least. That's good. And 3 Hellions still alive. 2 more coming. Continuing to rally. He's putting down an expansion. He's getting another barracks. Is he gonna kill any of these drones? Oh no! Run, drones! Oh, that's so terrible. Oh, 19 harvesters. Finally, a heavy swarm of lynx comes out and finishes him off. And these rocks, you can't get too many lynx surrounding these rocks to kill it. So this expansion is basically going to be there forever. Unless I were to run in right now. Go, 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 go. Oh, I do get into his base, but he's got 4 Hellions and a Marauder right here. Am I going to get a surround on these Hellions? Yes, I do get a surround, but he runs out to the northeastern part of that surround, killing a Marauder. These Zerglings need to get the heck out of there. They're not going to do anything against 4 Hellions. Running to his base. I do kill 1 weak SCV from my drone earlier in the game. He chipped away at it quite a bit. Production tab. We are seeing nothing from me. Not much money though, so that's to be expected. A Spire going down, and I do scout this expansion. Only 1 SCV at it at the time. Pick off that SCV. Yeah, what now, bitch? What now? And, yeah. Oh my god, look at this sick-ass sat. I almost said sasturbation. My expansion is well sasturbated, but my main is not sasturbated very well. Sasturbate. That's gonna be like sprinklers and creamers. Nice sasturbation. It's when you masturbate on a mineral patch and it glistens. That's how you get high yield minerals. You just jerk off on them. Oh, this video needs a disclaimer. I'm actually doing, this is my second one today. I normally don't do 2 in one day, but I'm feeling antsy, so. But yeah, you can see just how much that Hellion harass hurt me. I've got no map control with these lings. 3 lings, that's not map control at all. He's just a little bit scared to push out because he thinks I might have more. Terrible saturation. If we look at the harvester count, 32 to 32. We're both running up 2 base. And 2 base Zerg against 2 base Terran is so bad. Especially when you don't even have a harvester count lead. But I do have 3 extractors up. He's got 4 extractors up himself in his base. He's now getting 3 factories. 1 reactor on 1 and 2 tech labs. Reactor on his rack. So he did do a nice little switch there. I always love to see that from Terran players. And an Overseer coming in to see what's going on. I know you have a command center, bitch. No, actually, I think I did fly him in. Or my leagues came in and saw that or something. But I did see that reactor factory. And if you see a reactor factory, don't go heavy on lings. Like, Hellions are so freaking good, especially with pre-igniter. Does he even have pre-igniter? No, but still, like, he's obviously going to get a lot of Hellions with this factory with the reactor on it. So there goes 2 of them. A Thor on that. So just, you basically need like Roaches, Hydras, or Mutas, or Banelings. Anything but Zerglings. If you get tons of Zerglings and get a really lucky surround, it can be okay. But for the most part, very difficult to deal with Hellions. Toasting up that 1 Zergling. There goes half of my map control. I rely on 2 Zerglings for all my map control. So yeah, 2 evolution chambers and a Roach Warren coming. So something Zerg players have been doing recently in replays I've been watching that's been pretty effective is feigning mutas. So getting mutas, like 3 or 4 mutas, and then actually killing 1, 2, 3 SCVs, runaway mutas. Nice, nice, perfect. 3 shots from a Thor will kill a muta. How did they not die? 48, 48, 48, yeah. That's weird. I wonder why they're that weak. Huh. Anyway, yeah, they will fake mutas and then they'll just go like hard ground, like hard roaches. Notice I am getting range and armor upgrades on my roaches. I'm even getting burrow. Of course, you want to get the glial reconstitution as well. So switching up to heavy roaches. Hopefully, I'm gonna scare him into overcommitting to Thors. And roaches do all right against Thors if you can get a good surround and if you have enough of them. And of course, Hellions won't do squats or roaches, so that's cool. Sending out a little scouting party. Yep, looks like he expects that to be my 3rd as well. But unfortunately, you slowed me down way too much, HasHe. I don't have a 3rd yet. Calm down, man. Calm down. Burrow almost complete. Roach speed almost complete. And I'm hiding my roaches, so he might see my tech here. and probably expect roaches, but at least he won't know how many I have, so I am hiding him pretty well. If we look at the unit tab, he's got 5 Thors and 8 Hellions against just 16 roaches, sending in those Hellions on a suicide scouting mission. Did he see my roach warn? No, but he probably assumes it's there because 2 evolution chambers can only mean, what's up dude, I'm going to be switching to hard ground, and that is exactly what I'm doing. We can expect him to be moving out very, very soon. It's pretty much standard 2-base Terran play. Macro up, try to harass with Hellions, maybe some Banshees, and then push out with a bunch of freaking Thors and other ground units. So these 4 mutas still doing their thing. Healed up about 40 damage since the last battle. Kill that SCV. Kill it. Kill it. Yeah. Oh, that was not worth it. That was stupid. And when I made this switch, I should have canceled my air attack because that's going to be next to useless by now. 1 air attack on 4 mutas, 2 of them which are now dead. That's wonderful. Oh, and here he goes. HasHe is now moving out 34 roaches, 2 mutas, and 4 zerglings against 8 Thors, 21 marines, and 7 hellions. So, man, this is just a huge-ass force. Oh, there go my mutas. Man, I'm just on top of things today. Army tab, he's way ahead, and that's very unusual for Zerg, especially when Zerg is getting roaches, which are 2 food for such a dirt cheap price. You do not want to be behind in the unit count, in the army count, or food count. See, here's the pre-ignited Hellions. Zerglings would get completely slaughtered by that, so production, I'm getting 2-2, almost had tunneling claws, 12 more roaches coming out. I'll just let you guys look at the unit counter and see what's going to happen here. Going to resume, and I want to get a pincer attack. I want him to try to come up here, and then I want one side coming here and one side coming here to surround him on this little cliff right here, and we'll see if that works. 12 roaches popping out. Overlord is just getting shot down for no apparent reason. Here comes one group of roaches on the south, one group of roaches on the north, trying to focus down these Thors. These guys are eating up these marines, which is very nice, very soft and squishy. They are 1-1 compared to his 1-1. His infantry, however, is not upgraded. Notice I have slowed it down to normal speed, so that's why this battle looks so lethargic. But I might be able to clean this up. 2 more Thors going down, continuing to rally roaches from the top. 10 more roaches coming out for me, as well as the upgrades. 2 more Thors and 1 more Hellion from him. Oh, it's so close. His Thor is getting focused down. Transfuse, Queen, transfuse, do something. These Marines are in the back are just contently sitting by and just killing everything. There we go. Yeah, bitch, you better freaking transfuse. And I will clean this up. Speeding it back up. I just wanted you guys to see what happens, because those battles, like, they end so fast, and sometimes you don't really know what units did good damage and what units didn't. And holy cow, he already has 3 Thors up and running, and I've got some roaches who are just trying to dig for gold or something. Get out of there, roach! Oh, 4 Thors already. Man, he just lost his army and he has 4 Thors. He is a Zerg player. Why is there a baby in my house? Why is there a baby in my house? Jesus. So I am trying to put up an expansion. Notice what HasHe did, however. Right when he attacks, throws up an expansion. Perfect textbook play. And if we look at the supply count, he's still dominating me despite me having roaches. Trying to use some burrow trickery, but I think he saw me. Yeah, he did see me. He's going to be scanning that production tab. I'm continuing to pump roaches. Have to cancel that hatchery. Hydrogen going up. Now, I can't really respond with Zerglings. He's got Hellions. I can't really respond with Mutas just because there's too many Thors. So I'm putting down a Hydroden. It's really just, if you're not ahead in a macro game at this point as a Zerg player, it's kind of in a tough situation. So I just decided to throw down Hydras. They have some of the best DPS in the game. I've already got the upgrades for him. And, you know, he doesn't have any tanks, so maybe Hydras will do the trick. Maybe the Roaches will soak up a lot of the Thor damage. We'll just have to see. I've actually been testing Neural Parasite a lot lately. It's been working pretty well, too. But yeah. Look at HasHe's base. 2 more Raxes coming down. Putting down a starport. And this is the I Win building right here. Planetary Fortress. You cannot kill that. You cannot kill that unless you have Ultralisks. I'm not kidding either. Like, if a Terran player knows what he's doing, you cannot kill it unless you have Ultras. Burrowed Roach is trying to get sneaky once again, but there is a turret there, and this watchtower does allow me to see that turret, so that's pretty nice. Overlord's just kind of hanging out, shooting shit. There goes that range upgrade on my Hydras, and now double expanding here. If he were to move out, like, how nice is it just to build 1 unit to counter anything that a Zerg player does. Like, okay, one unit and then, you know, a couple other units. Hellions. So frustrating. So frustrating. Sticking my roaches here. I anticipate that he might try for a push on my third expansion right here because I just canceled that. He forced me to cancel it. So I'm assuming he's going to try to scout this and then push towards that, but it doesn't actually happen. So I'm just kind of dinking around with my roaches. Not too much going down right now. Heavy macro. He is getting a Raven, which is very smart to find any kind of burrowed trickery I attempt to use against him. Now getting a ground upgrade. And I'm just rallying some Hydra. So I've got a heavy Hydra Roach army, which you would think would do pretty well against a mech army light on tanks. Only 4 tanks. But we'll just have to see in a second here. He's almost maxed out. 1,500 minerals. I almost maxed out as well. Almost 200 out of 200. There's that infestation pit. I was just going to say, if you're almost maxed out and you're not preparing to go hive, then, you know, you're probably not playing right. But part of that might be due to him delaying this expansion. And also the early harassment I took and this expansion going down a little bit slow. Hydra is so fast on the creep. Spreading creep decently along the sides of the map. However, it'd be nice to get a queen up here. Spread one onto this side and onto this side as well. He does have a Hellion on this watchtower, so he sees everything I'm doing. Looks like he's going to move out. He sees my Hydras. If he can tank, siege up these tanks. But it looks like my roaches are going to get a nice unburrow onto all of his forces. All those tanks totally out of position. They are going to be obliterated almost instantly. 1, 2, 3 tanks down, 4 tank about to go down. There it goes. Attack moving with my roaches. They're going to eat up all the damage so my Hydras can get in there and just shoot their spines, their tiny spines penetrating those stores. Thick hide / armor. And how many roaches do I have left? 13 roaches, 12, 11, 10 roaches. Accidentally burrowing my Hydras, you freaking idiots! Oh my god. Imagine the damage I could have dealt with those stupid Hydras didn't burrow. Should have focused down that Raven. Almost going down. But these Hydras actually a little bit better against siege tanks. They now get 3-shotted as opposed to being 2-shotted. But this is where my attack stops. This planetary fortress is so freaking strong. And look at this. He's just continuing to produce tons of Thors, tanks, and Marauders. I've got roaches. Now let's pause the game for a second. I obviously can't engage right here. This planetary fortress is too strong. These guys cannot kill it with these SCVs repairing. Was there another opening? Not. I can't really go around here. I can't go in here. He can just siege up and just rain down fire. I think if I would have stopped right now and come around to the expansion, I could have killed this expansion, but still might work out even though I didn't really have the mindset to do that at the time. So I'm looking pretty good. I secured these 2 bases and it paid off because I just thwarted a huge attack of his, getting a bit careless with those roaches. Now running in with another heavy roach Hydra force. Getting in here, I want to focus down these tanks right away. This is just doing so much splash damage to this clump of roaches. I'm going to try to run out of range of that planetary fortress and just try to focus down any reinforcements he sends. So doing very nice. A burrow would have been great here just to heal up those roaches, which are all very weak. Marauders being protected by these SCVs, and this Raven just hanging out like, what's up? That's so Raven! Tank going down. And yeah, right now, I am in his grill. He is not in good shape right now. His tank, however, will just fend off everything. And when I was down here, I was kind of confused because I was like, which way is his main base and where can stuff be firing at me from? And that was just kind of silly of me to lose this position because that was a great spot to be. It's like having a, oh god, no, I'm not going to make a chess analogy. That'd be too nerdy. But it was just a nice position to have, you know, just in his dome. But I'm now running off of 4 bases. Well, actually, if you don't count those 2, I'm running off of 2 bases. And he's only running off of 1 base, though. This is actually surprisingly deep in the game. Burrowing those roaches to heal them up. Unfortunately, just now getting my hive tech, and we aren't seeing any actual hive structures. Just a lot of roaches so far. Continuing to make hydras as well. Not getting any upgrades. Saturation very poor at this expansion. There we go. There's the transfer. Saturation a little better here. Not too focused on gas because Hydra Roach is a little more gas light than a lot of other builds. So yeah. So we've had 2 battles this game. We had the battle up here when my mass roaches barely triumphed over his, you know, pretty typical Terran army, and we had a battle right here. Now the reason I was able to win both of those battles is because my composition was more well suited for what he had. I had roaches against mech without tanks, with a nice flank, and I had a Hydra Roach against, you know, mech without tanks as well. I was able to umbrella on top of those tanks. So now he's going to be completely prepared for a ground army. So it would be a great idea. We see this right here, upgrading my armor to switch it up maybe to air. What does he have in anti-air? He has 1 Thor, 1 Viking, and 9 Marines. Just imagine if instead of mass-producing Hydras, if I just got some mutas and just ran over here and just killed everything. But we are seeing another engagement. This time he is able to siege up his tanks, and these roaches are taking so much damage. Hydras need to turn around, you idiots! Turn around and fight, you little bastards! There they go, now fighting with this beautiful, beautiful point defense drone, soaking up so many Hydra spines. And with these nicely positioned tanks, they are just so strong, man. 12 kills, 3 kills, 5 kills, 5 kills. How insane is that? Can you guys hear that? You fucking sprinklers! Fuck you! Ah! Transferring my drones to my expansion here, and let me tell you guys, this was a complete mistake. This armor upgrade, I actually tried to get a greater spire, but I pressed the wrong button. So I'm getting an armor upgrade. Greater Spire would be done in about 15 seconds now, and I have proof, because these are Corruptors, and I wanted Broodlords. I didn't want armor, I wanted Broodlords. Broodlords not too good against Terran, especially when they have Vikings, but... oh shit, it's on normal. There we go. But I was going to try it anyway, just because I didn't think Ultras would be good in these small chokes, okay here, but there's so many narrow paths on this map, so many cliffs, it's like, freaking A, man. Yeah, and that's where I say wrong key. Oh, there we go, canceling it, and now getting the greatest Spire, but not before he walks into my third base, third expansion that is, sieges up, and yeah, look at this, such a heavy ground army. Mutas, man, mutas, tech switches, that's what's so good about Zerg, is you can just tech switch at will. Oh, I just killed your entire ground forces, and now you're training Marauders and tanks for my Roaches and Hydras. Whatever, I got 15 larvae, I'm gonna make 15 mutas and wreck your face, yeah. But I didn't do that. This game, unfortunately, these drones are like, it's like what you see in a tower defense game. They're just kind of running a line and they all die. This base was taken a while ago. We've got, not too long, 1,440 minerals. That's a good way you can tell how long someone's had a base. Check the mineral patches. 1,440, obviously only about 60 has been mined, well not 80. So he hasn't had that for too long, so, you know, that last push was actually the game definer. If he did not win that, he was only running off of this base. He just got this base. I was looking pretty good, but unfortunately not the best place to fight in this little choke point. And I think his macro was a little bit stronger than mine as well. So, yeah, we are going to be dragging this game out just a little bit longer. Speed it up for you. Yeah, 7 Broodlords. What are you going to do about that? Oh, wait, you have a Viking. I lose. This is why you don't get Broodlords against Terran, because if they have one freaking Viking, I'm not even kidding. Same with Planetary Fortress. That kills everything. These guys kill Broodlords. You don't need many of them. And, yeah, it's going to be a prayer at this point. Corruptors just can't get close enough. Vikings do pretty good against Corruptors as well. Plus, he has support from tanks and his, whatchamacallums, Marines. Or, not support from tanks, Thors, I mean. Yeah, here we go. Ownage. Too bad he's not sieged up and killing his own units. That's pretty sweet. Here come the Vikings, focusing down this Broodlord. Transfuse, 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 transfuse. Oh, no, not gonna happen. Transfuse that guy. Oh, yeah, transfuse. Running with the Roaches, running with the Hydras. But these tanks do siege up, kill the Roaches and Hydras almost immediately, and these Vikings still wearing away at these Broodlords. Not looking good for PsyStarcraft here. There goes one Broodlord, and there goes the other Broodlord. And trying to justify my poor play by saying I pressed the wrong button. I really don't think it would have mattered. This hellion harass in the beginning was just so much, man. I was playing from behind that entire time. I was actually really lucky to win this battle here, that I was able to unburrow on top of his tanks. And after that, I really should have tech switched. I so should have tech switched. But, you know, you learn. HasHe's a great player, but I hope you guys enjoyed that. And the sprinklers are still going on outside, but I have something better than a sprinkler. Fucking squirt bottle. Yeah, squirt bottle.